Hi there everybody, time to answer your comments and questions. I believe we start with this one by Navaneetha Krish. I think we finished with Everton's last time. I want to gorge myself on soft drinks, but I couldn't because I was told to not take drinks. Okay, to not take drinks, to not have soft drinks, or I was told not to have them. Yeah, take. I'm not so happy with that verb take. Use the word have, it sounds better, it sounds more natural. And Roland's been watching Enteleki, and he says the best, thank you Roland, and good governments. Sir, highly appreciate it. Inshallah, inshallah, it's my pleasure. Okay, for ordain. And Shah Noir Khan, is it correct to say I have difficulty learning instead of I have difficulty in learning? Both of them are correct, Shah. Both of them are correct. I have difficulty learning, I have difficulty in learning. The preposition is optional. You can use both of them. Okay, this is Paul Weston. Chapeau to your good self, sir. Chapeau. I take my hat off to you. This was in answer to his question in this previous video. Go down, go up, go after. Directions. Yes, very definitely. And let's see. Okay, in order to is followed by gerund or infinitive. In order to is followed by a verb in its base form. However, with a view to, hope, aim, the intention is followed by a verb in the ing form. So, in order to get in, I need to use a key. Hi, I forgot to say hi, Arpit. Okay, in order to do something, in order to create something. And then VG says in order to, okay, is followed by a verb in its base form. Yes, in order to, because the phrase is in order to, but it's in order to plus the verb in its plain form. Okay, parts of the rainforest were purchased in order to create protected areas. Parts of the rainforest were purchased with a view to creating, or with a view of creating protected areas, with a view to creating. Okay, so yes, with a view to do, with a view to improve. So you're watching my videos with a view to improve your English. Gaurav, hi Gaurav. What's the difference between grim, gloomy and grievous? Also distinguish with examples, and on a scale of 1 to 10 how much you would give to them. Okay, grim. Grim means something that's depressing, that doesn't look very good. Yeah, the future is grim. Yeah, it's unhappy. Yeah, he had a grim smile on his face. Sad, depressed. Yeah, the weather was very grim. Okay, so grim has this idea of has a bad concept for the future. It's going to have a bad future. Yeah, the Grim Reaper is death is known as the Grim Reaper. Yeah, the news is grim, is very bad. So we can use gloomy in the same way, but if something is gloomy, gloom means there's not a lot of light, it's dark. So the room was gloomy. Yeah, but we also use gloomy to mean depressed. So everybody was gloomy. Everybody had a depressed. Yeah, there was doom and gloom everywhere. I think grim is probably stronger than gloom, but they're both pretty depressive. And grievous has an idea of meaning serious. He did me a grievous injury. Grievous bodily harm. Okay, he hurt me grievously. He hurt me seriously. Yeah. This comes from the verb to grieve. if you grieve, you're very sad about something. Yeah, he was grieving over his mother's death. So something that you grieve over, you're crying because something bad has happened. But Grievous has this idea of serious, something to make you sad, something that makes you hurt. Yeah, but Grievous, we use it more for something that hurts you. Yeah, the future is grim. The future is gloomy. But Grievous, no, the news was grievous. Okay, the news was grievous. It was very bad. It hurt me a lot. Yeah, grievous is something that's intended to hurt you. Okay, so grievous that hurts you emotionally or maybe physically as well, but this is more real hurt. Grim, I would give it a 5.5 in formality. Gloomy, 5 in formality. Grievous, 6.5 to 7 in formality. Grievous is a much more literary word. Yeah, hurtful would be probably a more neutral synonym. Okay, Natalia Morozova. The spring can be considered as the embodiment of the entelechy. So I would just say spring. Yeah, the spring, the specific spring, this one now maybe, but spring generally without the. I like your concept though. Spring can be considered as the embodiment of entelechy, and I would probably use it without the as well, because this is where all the potential in the plants comes out and it starts to grow. Yes? Okay, so it's this life force pushing forward. Mohammed, working as a dog's body or a gopher is just like working for peanuts. Okay, yeah, if you work for I guess a gopher or a dog's body gets paid peanuts. Gopher, go for it, go for that, go for this, go for it. And that's the idea of a gopher. A dog's body, somebody who does all the hard work. Yeah, but working for peanuts on the other hand just says you get very badly paid. Yeah. Okay, Mohammed, slither. To slither, to move like a snake. The kid slithered from the kitchen to the bedroom after breaking the bowl before their mum notices that he's broken it. The boy slithered from the kitchen to the bedroom after breaking the bowl before their mum noticed that he had broken it. You need some concordance of tenses. Duck out works as an equivalent. Well, in this case, yes, but to slither means to go, to slither on your belly. Yeah, it's got an idea of slimy, although snakes are not slimy. Miriam Berengo. Hi, teacher. I found this example which helps me to get it better. The famous singer calls her manager her entelechy because he was the one who took her from homelessness to stardom. Yeah, he was the one that took her potential and realized it, made it real. And this is the idea of entelechy. Charmaine Alaba. Okay, God bless you, sir. Thank you on gaslighting. Thank you, Charmaine. And Mohammed. At the beginning, one eye, two ends of any job, you have to fill out some piffle papers. So piffle is a noun, some piffling papers, which are called rigmarole, red tape. Okay, which are rigmarole, which are called red tape, which are rigmarole. Something that's not going to add any value, but it's obligatory. It's obligatory. No need to be done, because if it's obligatory, it's saying you must do it. So, at the beginning of any job, you have to fill out some papers which are piffle. They are rigmarole and called red tape, something that doesn't add any value, but it's obligatory. You've got to do it. Thank you, Mohammed. Douglas Russ, entelechy, mojo. I like that. That's quite a good synonym. Yeah, this live force. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, Douglas. That old and massive oak in our woods. Yes, that's reached its potential. It's pure entelechy. Yeah, it's got used all of its potential to become something massive. And brilliant from Douglas again. Thank you. And Ossie Tal. Okay, many thanks for watching Gorge, Ossie. And Vector Sphere Desings. Okay, designs. So thanks for slander. Thanks for watching. Akshat. Okay, my neighbour living downstairs complained that he could hear some sounds, which are those of moving chairs, from my house all day. Okay, you've done this again, Akshat. So, from my house all day. This is miles away from could hear some sounds. So, my neighbour living downstairs, that he could hear some sounds from my house all day, which were like the moving of chairs. Yeah? Okay, let's see, which are those of moving of chairs. It's not wrong, but it's not very neat. Let me try this again. My downstairs neighbour complained that he could hear some sounds from my house all day, and it sounded like chairs being moved. Yeah, and it sounded like chairs being moved. Okay, so Rekshwar, how mollify is related to placate. Okay, so to mollify, to make something better. If somebody's really angry, you want to mollify their anger, to decrease it. You want to placate them. So to placate somebody is to make them happy. Look at the smiley faces getting happier. Yeah, to mollify, to decrease somebody's anger, and that's the idea. And a huge argument led to a schism. Okay, I was thinking about using this word, but I thought it fitted too well, Fluke Dog Walker. The answer is rift. Schism would fit very nicely. Okay, and Everton. My best friend bought a sumptuous house in New York after working in the financial area as an investor. Great English. Good work, Everton. And Zara. The idea of papers was his, but I was entelechy to realization it. So, the idea of using papers, of getting papers, was his, but I was the entelechy to the realization of it. The idea of getting papers, the idea of using papers, the idea of having papers was his, but I was the entelechy to the realization of it. Thank you, Zara. And Gurav again. There was a great upheaval among the peasants after the king raised the taxes. Good English. We saw an upheaval in the earth. That sounds like some sort of earthquake or an eruption coming out. That works as well. And Sonia Mayrink. So good evening, Sonia. Great to hear from you. Love your explanation. Great teaching as well. I'm glad you think so, Sonia. And Gaurav. The change in the law caused a great upheaval. Good English, Gaurav. Good English. Zara. The war made a great upheaval in the world. Okay, yeah. The war in the Ukraine is making a great upheaval in the world right now. Good English, Zara. And Levi. I think it's a synonym with filtering. To winnow, to filter, to separate. Yes, that's a good synonym, Levi. Like phlogiston is to combustion. Entelechy. Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's very good. Yeah, the potential energy to real energy. And the lovely Manji. Hi, sir. Thank you for coming to the live stream. I reckon you'll agree with me that the French Revolution, there's only one, was one of the greatest upheavals in history that shook France. This makes me think about the British partition of India. That was a pretty big upheaval that shook a lot of people as well. Yeah? Okay, yes, this is good English, Manji. Thank you. And Paulo. Yes, puns are a great idea for short videos. Can't wait to see more like this. Cheers. I thought about this with the jokes, and I was going to produce one every week, maybe Friday or Saturday at the beginning of the weekend. And VG Enteleki, thanks sir. Great to see you, VG. And thank you again for upheaval, and great again to see you, VG. No worries, it's wonderful seeing you. 30th like. So I sent you a bunch of flowers. Thank you, VG. Okay, Gaurav, if you feel confident, it will show in your answers and your overall demeanour. I quite agree, confidence really does show in somebody's demeanour. Mannequin, life is full of upheaval. An annoying family causes an upheaval. Good. The new upheaval bothered the people and got people talking about it. Good English, Mannequin, I like it. No mistakes. And VG says nice, thank you VG. Gaurav, several employees of a similar demeanour sat together sharing loud jokes. Good English, Gaurav, good sentence. And Reem Swickard, hi there. Moving from house to house is a temporary disturbance, thank you. It depends how much stuff you've got. It causes a lot of upheaval. Yes, that sounds fine. Okay, Jerem. The invasion of Ukraine and the economic sanctions on Russian banks and oligarchs and the rising gas prices and the refugees fleeing Ukraine and the military supplies being sent to Ukraine and the anti-war protests in Russia and around the world, these are all causing economic and social upheavals around the world. Good English. Good use of upheaval. I love it. These are all different types of upheaval. And Sonia again. Hi. I'm used to writing, good English, short dialogues to use the new vocabulary that I learn every day. It's kind of difficult, albeit I try hard. That's really good English. Yes, your sentence is perfectly good, Sonia. Well done. I quite like it. And let's refresh this and see how we're going. Okay, so thank you for that, Sonia. And okay, yes, we've got one more. Jose Sanchez. I think this is the Jose I know. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for watching Upheaval. So, enough for today. There'll be another one of these tomorrow morning, or tomorrow midday more like. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a rating, and ciao for now, as Pepax would say.